All right, I just saw Deadpool and Wolverine a couple of days ago, and here are my thoughts on it.
Who's gonna rock the place? Place, place. Who's gonna rock the place? Place, place. Who's gonna rock the place? Place, place. Who's gonna rock the place? Everyone gets excited.
But first, a word from our sponsor. This video was brought to you in part by the LARPer of Africa. Yes, because when I think of someone who's so fucking based and red pill is an alpha male and a giga chad, right? I think of the fucking poor motherfuckers who are in Africa who can't even afford water. Yes, because, oh man, we touch grass so much here in Africa, we can't even afford housing. Wow, that is so fucking based and red pilled. Too bad that you're fucking black! Yeah, you see, like, here's the thing. Let me ask you this, Aurea. How are you gonna sit here and talk about how you hate black people and minorities and all this shit when here you are idolizing Africa, where, in that country or fucking continent or whatever, right? In that area of the world, black people aren't minorities. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, you had like a 2 week vacation in Africa, right? And you fucking left early. Probably because you were there calling everyone there spear chucking jigaboos, weren't you? Bro, like, what the fuck, dude? Listen, I'm sorry if it sounds racist from what I was saying earlier, but like, I'm not even the one who believes in all this shit. It's fucking Aurea, alright? And here's the thing, right? Like, I fucking hate it when people go around talking about how they need to touch grass when the fucking person who's saying that fucking sits inside all day, fucking moping and wallowing around in their self pity, being all like, oh, boo, I miss my dad, right? And they say fucking shit like that, and they use that as an excuse to fucking attack other people for their experiences. You haven't been through shit in life. It's my fucking dad. Your dad. He's a piece of shit and he fucking had it coming. Well, anyway, so as I was saying, right? So, like, like, here's the thing. Like, you sit inside all fucking day and all fucking night, doing the stuff that fucking alpha males fucking hate for you to do, right? And then here you are telling other people to fucking touch grass, right? That is fucking, by definition, projection right there, right? And the thing of it too is that when people do that fucking shit, right, it just shows that, it's a LARP. It's a fucking LARP. They LARP. They LARP going outside. How fucking sad is that when you have to LARP going outside to prove that you're better than someone? That just goes to show that you're not. Yeah, and then meanwhile, I'm over here, right, actually like, going outside for real and pacing and shit. If you watch some of my older videos, right, where like it's just me and the camera, and I'm walking around outside in my backyard, then there you go. That's proof of me touching grass. Oh no, but apparently I don't touch grass because I don't watch real media. You know what? Let me just say this to you for a second, right? The Wolf of Wall Street is a fucking shit ass movie because there's no fucking wolf in it. It's advertising. Go fuck yourself and fuck your dad too, right? And yeah, this is gonna be a common running thing in this video. So yeah, listen, I'm only as pissed off as I am because like yesterday was a fucking clusterfuck of a day. All right, so like. Like if Orea's over here taking credit for me being upset, it has nothing to do with you, dude. Nothing. Like it's more so like just about everyone else trying to fucking mimic what you do, I guess. Or who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm just giving you way too much credit. Maybe this is just like a cultural like Gen Alpha thing, and like you're probably the one taking credit for its creation. So yeah. Also, fun fact, guys, I didn't even have to add any amplification to this video. Either A, because my mic's better, or B, I'm just that fucking loud. But even if I was just that fucking loud, though, like, I feel like I would have had, like, some parts of the video, audio or whatever, that would have been cut out. Who knows? Maybe I did. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Let's get to the fucking comments. This is way too much fucking filler. All right. God damn it. Let's just get into the fucking comments already and talk about, why these fucking people are retarded, right? All right. Let's fucking go. All right. Let's start off with fucking Jesus with Bazooka 79. I don't even fucking care. All right. So, oh God. Oh my fucking God. Do I really need to read that? Do I really need to read that? Because you can see right there that it's a fucking death threat right there. And I know you're gonna do the excuse is that, oh no, he said he was gonna do it in a video game. He's not gonna do it in real life. The excuse, these people always make when like they're trying to like cover up death threats and shit, right? But like that happened. Well, anyway, so like as I was saying, right? So like with this dude right here, you know, like this is like the same death threat that Will gave me last time, right? They said that, oh yeah, we're gonna kill you when you least expect it, right? And I'm just sitting there being all like, um, okay, well, do you know if I'm expecting it or not? Because if you do, then what happens if I'm just like continuously expecting it like forever, right? Are you just never gonna kill me? And like the thing about it is that they made that fucking death threat like back in April, I think, right? So like, and they've never showed up. So like, what is it? Because like I'm like continuously expecting it, or like, what if like they're just sitting there like being pussies because I said that if they came to my house I'd kill them instead, right? Like what if they're being pussies because of that, right? And then what ultimately ended up happening later on afterwards is that now they're just waiting for someone else to try and kill me, which so far I don't think that's gonna happen. It's like I don't think anyone else seems to care so far yet. Who knows? Maybe someone might. Maybe if anyone's the most likely to do it other than Willard and his clown goon gang, then you know what? Maybe like the only person I could think would probably have like a much higher likelihood of doing it would probably be like Aurea and her fucking BBL gang. And yes, I called it BBL. I know your acronym group is like named something different, but like honestly, at this point, since you're fucking calling every single acronym to ever exist BBL, I may as well do the same thing myself too. I'm stealing your joke, and it's not even that funny to begin with. So I don't even know. Well, whatever the case may be, right? Like, you know, am I gonna just have to wait forever for you to get here too? Cause like, you know, and even then, like last time Willard made his death threat, like, yeah, I did kind of like leave the call willingly before telling him that, if he ever comes here, I'll kill him. I'll kill him instead, right? But like, the thing about it is that with all this happening, right? Honestly, whether or not he comes and I kill him, or he kills when he arrives, either way, honestly, now I'm just kind of like okay with the idea of dying, you know? Not saying that I do it myself like how I was trying to last time, no, but like what I'm really saying is that like if they do kill me, I don't care anymore, you know? Cuz like at this point, my life is so much worse now because of like well that and other things too, right? So and don't get it twisted. There's some real life shit in there too that's fucking up my life. So before Funky comes in and starts whining and crying about how much his life is so much worse, I just want to tell him this, Funky, do you know why I decided to talk shit about your dad? So you can feel how I feel when you fucking devalue my experiences, Like, here you are going on about how, my experiences in life were like nothing, right? also continue to like, make excuses for like, the life experiences that I've had that you know of that are actually like bad and saying that like, oh, well, those are actually good, Oh, Rocky, no one cares about the productions that you're working on. No one cares about your love for Fooly Cooley. That's why we harass you. We harass you because we're annoyed, right? And you know what? Here's something funny I would love to say about that, right? Your whole argument derives completely off the idea of you being mentally unstable. I don't even want to hear the argument that, like, oh no, it's not being mentally unstable. It's being based and red pilled and epic and wing and racist. Like, no, no, that is not what it is. No, your idea on how to treat people is based solely on the fact that you are a mentally ill individual, right? And not even that, you also mimic other people who are mentally ill too. Like you didn't even make that excuse originally when you were harassing me for liking Fooly Cooley. No. Like you came up with that idea when another mentally disturbed person who I'm not gonna name because I currently don't have beef with them right now is like, doing that shit, right? So like the thing about it is that Funky, listen, like if you're gonna go around, hell, you were even the one who inspired me to like, you know, end my life during the time when Willard and his gangs were like giving me like death threats and shit like that. And no, not because like you were like egging me on or anything like that. No, I was just thinking in my head. What would a based in red pill alpha male do in this situation? What would Funky do, right? That's what I was fucking thinking. Because here's the thing. Every time shit goes wrong for you, instead of trying to actually fix things and make things better, you always resort to, oh, well, I think I might as well just go mentally insane, you know? Which, honestly, is just the fucking worst way of doing it. Just because you see people do that in your fucking Alpha Sigma male movies doesn't mean that's the right thing to do. I've said it time and 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 time again. I've said it so many times over and over and over again that these people in these Sigma male movies are not role models. Patrick Bateman is not someone you should fucking look up to. It's it's the movie American Psycho. He's psychotic. That's literally what the entire movie's about. He is not a role model. God. So like, yeah, but regardless of all that stuff, I'm gonna move on to the next comment because like I don't want to fucking think about this shit too much. Jesus with Bazooka 79. If you're seeing me freak out like this, just know that you're not the one who did this to me. It was Funky. All right, so I want to hear you fucking take credit for someone else's work. Whatever. Um, yeah, so now let's just fucking move on to all the fucking spam comments that Orea sent. Cause like, Jesus fucking Christ, Orea. You sent you're like the majority of this comment section. You sent four fucking comments. Four. You only need to send one at this. Even if you were to only send two, that'd be spam at this point. You're fucking spamming my comment section. And I know you could go on about how like you don't give a shit about that. You know what? Fine. I personally don't care if you spam my comment section either. But you know what? Let me ask you this. What would happen if you were to spam like someone's comment section that's like much bigger than me? I'm not even gonna name names because that might inspire you to do it. But like, let's say you were to go up against someone bigger than me without using bots, because I know you fucking UTTP pieces of shit always have to rely on bots to like spam people. And no, before you think about sending all your fucking goons to go in there too, like just know, like you didn't have to do that here. Here, you just did it all by yourself. And before you say anything about you working with fucking Jesus with Bazooka 79, bro, like, as likely as that could be, at the same time, Bro's been around fucking much longer than you have. Hell, there was even a point in time when like I actually watched his content, not to shit on it. So, you know. So like, yeah. Like I don't even know what to say. Let's just fucking get to the fucking comments and get this section of the video over with. Cause honestly, I'm fucking out of it, you know? Like I bet you $1 million people are probably watching this part of the video, fucking laughing their asses off, being all, oh wow, this is such real lol cow behavior. But like, alright. Imagine if I knew you in real life and I saw you going through a crisis. How would you feel if I got myself a fucking bowl of popcorn, started eating it and pointing and laughing at you? You wouldn't really like that, would you? Treat others as you would want to be treated. I'd assume that none of the people here want to be treated like this, so, you know. But anyway, so yeah, let's fucking get into this shit. All right. You could have very easily Googled Dick Richardson. All right, guys, place your bets on the table. How much you want to bet that if I were to Google Dick Richardson, it'd be some like fucking blue waffle type shit, or who knows? Maybe it'd probably be something that put me on a fucking watch list. I don't fucking know. I bet Orea's probably on a watch list herself because like the fucking video of the dog getting euthanized, the potential of her being a pedophile, which I have proof of, and I will show you guys when I make part 5 of Who the Hell is Araya Gaming. It'll be out when it's out. Alright, anyway, so like yeah. Whatever, let's just move on. This right here, this, and another comment too, is like the exact reason why I brought up the fucking LARPer of Africa comment. That's look, if she wanted to like stop fucking, you know, fucking impersonating Aurea, then you know what? That's the fucking name she could go by at any time she wants. The LARPer of Africa. Then again, that would imply that she'd want to fucking, go for a more original name as opposed to just copying someone else. But, I digress, right? Like, bro, like you really think that I buy that your racist ass would give as much of a shit about fucking African culture, let alone any other culture aside from American culture, to want to visit another country or even a continent for that matter. Because, like, here's the thing, right? Let alone another state. You're probably in the fucking southern red state and you probably don't want to leave just because you think that you're gonna be infected by the fucking woke mind virus. Well, whatever, like, see, this is what I see right here, right? Where it's like, I have a feeling, the only reason why I think you would even consider going to Africa, and the same reason why I would think any other fucking right winger would consider going to Africa, is just to go there to be racist, like how I said earlier, you know? And before any of you guys, take that previous clip out of context, let me just say this. You didn't mind it when fucking Joe Rogan fucking dropped the N bomb, and I didn't even say that word here. Like, you were all like, oh, context matters, it's important. And meanwhile, now Joe Rogan still has a fucking career. So, what's your excuse here now that I brought that up? Yeah. What, are you gonna go the fucking the route where it's like, oh well, you're not Joe Rogan? Yeah, because saying that I'm not another person is definitely an excuse to be a fucking hypocrite. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, so like, yeah, next comment, right? You forgot that I was making a Discord server at the whole time. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. My god! Okay, listen. How is everyone gonna be here being all like, oh, grammar is so important, yet you have shit like the whole time? I am so fucking shocked. So shocked that none of the fucking grammar police started spam replying you, right? But you know what? Why would they? The only thing consistent about the right wing is that they're inconsistent. So, yeah, I guess. Let's see. But you know what? Aside from your fucking grammatical mistake, which I feel like is kind of hypocritical on me to point out if it wasn't for the fact that I was using your own logic against you, right? The thing about it is that if we were really to actually argue this, I would look at you with your fucking Discord server and say this, right? Why the fuck would I give a shit? No, seriously, why would I care that you're making a Discord server? What, are you trying to make it like the biggest server in the world so you could do like fucking propaganda and shit like that? Bruh, Discord themselves don't fucking like that. Look, as much as I want to as much as I want to say all this shit I do about the fucking SFO server and how, like, it's a big contributor to why society sucks, at the same time, Discord themselves fucking took that fucking server down. So, you know, I mean, granted, it took them a little too long to do so, and it already had some adverse effects to the world around us. But you know what? Better late than never, I guess. And you know what? I bet you if your server gets anywhere near as big as the SFO server, they're probably going to do the same thing to you. So, you know, have fun with your fucking propaganda and shit. Hell, the only reason why the SFO server was even allowed to stay up as long as it did is only just because Dev decided to pay off the fucking people at Discord to keep it up. You know? Up until they actually started to see some adverse effects from that server existing. So, you know, I bet you, Aurea, like, as much as you want to LARP as much as you do, right? I know for a fact you don't have a single fucking dime to your name. So, like, I think you're gonna pay off Discord to keep your server up. You fucking can't. Hell, Kiwi Farms couldn't even keep their own Discord server up. They had to move the fucking Telegram. So, yeah. All right. Next argument. This one right here. This is a signature staple of Aurea Gaming right here, right? Being confusing, right? Because, like, she says here, I don't remember owning any of these. What the fuck are you talking about? If you want me to know what you're even referring to, at least put a fucking timestamp to what you're even referring to. Like how you did before, but you know, I guess that's just too much to ask for someone with a low level reading comprehension. Oh, don't believe me? Here, look at this wall of text. What are you gonna say? Oh, yeah, there we go. TLDR. Yep, knew it. All right, moving on. So now let's actually look at a good comment for once. So this comment right here, I feel like is actually kind of beneficial. And like, I don't really know how to feel about it though, but like I guess I could feel kind of grateful that it's none of this shit. So yeah, I'm just kind of happy that in this comment right here, bro said that you know, this is where the review starts. Now, the thing about that is that I was originally thinking about, putting like chapters in this video, right? To where like it would indicate like where the review starts and where like, the fucking shit before is. But like, I don't know, maybe I don't feel like I need to anymore because like this guy right here, he's pretty useful, right? And like, the thing about it is that like the more I think about it, the more I come to realize that like, with all this right here, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Like, bro over here is like kind of like got getting me a little confused because on one hand, I should feel insulted that like he could potentially make it so that you know people could use that argument that oh this is filler, or they could just do something like that. But like I don't know. Like at that point you can't even really complain because like the timestamp's right there. I liked it and loved the comment too, and I even fucking pinned it just in case if anyone wants to fucking skip to the actual review. So you know what? Good on you, man. You're an actual hero in this case. I hope you continue watching my content, bro. So yeah. Anyways, on to the review. But you know what? One more thing before I make it to the review, right? So I made this like community post right here about like how I feel about Deadpool and Wolverine, right? With a little funny picture right here, right? And like, the thing about it is that like, Aurea came in commenting that, being all like, "Oh, who killed Captain Alex and BSD is better." But like, first of all, I've never seen BSD. I don't know. It's probably like an illegal movie or something, since you do kind of have a history of defending Daisy's destruction, which I'll get to when I get to in part 5. And another thing too is that the only reason why I even know that fucking movie, fucking Daisy's Destruction, even exists to begin with is because of fucking Plagued Moth. So, good on you, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, so like this comment right here, like, here's the thing, right? This comment right here is supposed to piss me off, but it doesn't. In a matter of fact, I kind of agree with it. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think Who Killed Captain Alex is the best movie ever, but it is in my top 3. Dude, like, here's the thing. Like, people seem to forget that so bad it's good implies that it's good. You know? Which, in most cases, it is. Because, like, a lot of these so bad it's good movies, like Who Killed Captain Alex, are actually pretty fun to watch. I will admit. Like, here's the thing, like, fucking characters like the fucking video Joker, right? Fucking hilarious, dude. I would watch that movie 10 times over again just to hear the fucking quips from the video Joker. Guy's a fucking comedic genius, right? Fucking drop something, sorry. Guy's a fucking comedic genius right there, you know? So, yeah, like, yeah, I disagree that, I don't think it's the best movie ever made. I'm still putting it in my top 3. And like, I'll even say this, like, at least Who Killed Captain Alex isn't like fucking Sigma male trash. So, you know, like, alright, how do I get so fucking contrarian to the point where I actually start to agree with you? Like, because that's the thing, like, I myself, I guess I could kind of be considered a contrarian too. But like the thing about it is that I like the stuff I like because like I actually believe that they're good, and not because of the fact that I want to be fucking contrary to like popular opinion. You know, last time I did that, I think I defended Food Fight. Like even then, like now I'm looking back on it, Food Fight is another like so bad it's good classic. So I don't know, maybe by definition, I guess that's a good movie too. I guess you know. But yeah, okay. Now on to the review for real this time. Is what I would say.
I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie.
Jesus Christ, this video is now up to the fucking 28-minute mark. Boy, well, aside from that, I guess I may as well just like talk about the movie for as long as I possibly can without the majority of this video being me talking about comments and shit. Because like it's gonna be kind of hard for me to review this movie, mainly because I can't show footage of it because it's still in theaters, and like that would be like fucking huge ass fucking copyright infringement if I did something like that. So, I guess this could be like a nostalgia critic type like clipless review type thing, except like, nothing like that though, mainly because I'm not gonna try and fucking reenact the entire movie since like I have to make this video in like one fucking day, so right? So anyway, so like the thing here is that with this movie, right? Like I feel like out of all 3 Deadpool movies, it is by far the best one. Well, yeah, I do think it could be better. I mean, that's why I think that while yes, this is the number one best movie ever made, at the same time, I don't think it's like the number one best piece of media ever made. It is a close second behind Fooly Cooley, but it's not quite there yet. You know what I mean, right? So like, the thing with this is that like I guess like it did kind of answer my wishes in the last review I made because like last video I made, right? I said that I would love it if like the other characters had like more of a presence in this movie. And not only that, but I think I also said that I would also really appreciate it if like they referenced like things in this movie other than just like superhero media, right? So like in this movie, like they like the other characters, well, yeah, they might not have like screen time, but like they did have like somewhat of a presence in this movie as like like kind of like how I wanted, but at the same time not really quiet. So, you know. So like the thing here is that like the other characters they're integral to the plot mainly because of the fact that they're like Deadpool's motivation for like saving the world, which I think is a very clever way of like incorporating these characters in without incorporating these characters in. So I guess that's a fair compromise, right? Not even that, but like another thing too is that if they did have like every single character here from the previous two movies, I don't know how that would work since like T.J. Miller kind of now has beef with Ryan Reynolds, and not only that, but like the girl who plays Domino is like way too expensive for them now, so right? And like, the thing with it too is that well, yeah, that is the case with Domino. At the same time, I feel like thinking about it more, I feel like he probably would have made the movie worse if she was in it. And like I say that mainly because of the fact that, like her whole superpower is just that she's lucky, right? And I feel like that so much of the movie wouldn't have happened if she was here mainly because like her superpower is essentially just plot armor, so you know, right? But like, aside from that, right? Like the movie itself is still really freaking good. And I'm about to like oh wait, no, I forgot. Yeah, they do have references to stuff in this other than like superhero media too. Like they had like a Mad Max reference, which like I really appreciate because like I actually really, really, really love the Mad Max movies, especially the more recent ones, right? Like I swear, because of Furiosa, right? I feel like I have a lot more respect for freaking for freaking Fury Road. Yeah, that one. Yeah. And like the thing about it too is that in this movie they also reference the Minions, which honestly, like as dumb as it may sound, I am actually pretty happy that they did. Mainly because of the fact that like some animation needs like references here, like I mean, yeah, like the Minions, I wouldn't really consider it to be like the best animated thing ever, but like at the same time, it's better than nothing, So props with that, I guess, Not only that, but like other than that, like I mean, okay, I am gonna admit I am a little disappointed that they didn't have the song for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in here, but I was kind of the only person hoping for that, so oh well. Yeah. And but like aside from that though, with everything else in the movie, all things considered, they did a really good job. Like a lot of people were really worried that they would like undo what happened in Logan. And like, thank God they freaking didn't, you know? I mean, I guess you could kind of make the argument that they did, mainly because like, at the end of the movie, they brought like alternate Wolverine into the world where it's like the X-Men Fox universe. You know what? Now that they did that, like I think that that's like really freaking cool. you know? But like, other than that though, right? Like, like that does kind of raise a few questions. Like, is this really gonna be like the last movie in the Fox universe? Because I feel like, this right here kind of does open up some doors too, you know? And before anyone says anything, yes, this is gonna be a spoiler review, so like, while yeah, you do already know my opinion on the movie, at the same time, I am gonna warn you guys right now that, you know, there are gonna be spoilers here. So like, I'm just telling you guys before I say anything, so best be warned, Like, yeah, I knew that like I think everyone knew that X-23 is gonna be back in this movie because, well, they had her in the trailers, right? And I guess it's pretty interesting. But like the thing about it is that like a lot of people, like what really confused me is that is this the same X-23 from Logan? Or is this another alternate version of her? Because like we got introduced to her in The Void, right? And then like at the end of the movie, now here she is in the Fox universe. And now that that's happening too, like that's also kind of weird to think about because like really think about this, right? Okay. In Spider-Verse, they kind of like showed that like, that when it comes to all the stuff here, right? What if they're like two people from two different universes in the same universe, if they're there for too long, they'll start to glitch out, right? So what does that mean for like the alternate version of Wolverine and X-23? You know? And better question too. What about like did the alternate versions of did like the versions of like Wesley Snipes' Blade, Elektra, and Gambit come here too to the Fox universe? Because like if they did, then like now thinking about that, that is like extremely freaking weird to think about. Mainly because like are we gonna get more movies with them in the future too? And if so, what's the storyline gonna be here for like the next Fox movie if they make another one? Like what? Are they gonna start glitching out now? You know? Also, that joke that they had earlier in the movie where it's like Thor hugging Deadpool as he's about to quote unquote die, right? Like that was like on like one of the TVA screens, right? And I was just there watching that, thinking like, I mean, like, yeah, I knew that's like a direct like copy paste from like the clip from Thor: The Dark World where Loki quote unquote died, right? But like, are they actually gonna like do that in like Avengers Doomsday, and like Avengers Secret Wars? Because if so, that actually sounds pretty interesting, I guess. You know. It's like that could be foreshadowing, right? And like, the more I think about it, the more hyped I am for like the future here. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I still think that this might be like the last good Marvel movie. But then again, like I still have some hope for like, the new Captain America movie. And now that the Russos are coming back for the new Avengers, yeah, maybe we might get some more good ones after this too. Who knows? I have a feeling that Disney now is finally listening to criticism, and I'll get to that when I get to that. But like, aside from that though, right? Like, yeah, like this is like a really good movie, and I think the jokes here are like top notch. Like, Wolverine and Deadpool's chemistry in this movie is absolutely fantastic. Right? Some of the jokes here land really well, right? Especially the one with Johnny Storm, a fucking Human Torch. Like the jokes there were pretty good. And like that after credits scene, it was such good payoff too, for that joke in the movie. Because throughout the whole movie they were like building up to it, and then when you made it to the after credits scene, freaking incredible. Like I fucking hate it when people like talk shit about Marvel movie humor. I mean, yeah, sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. But you know what? I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. At least it's better than fucking Gen Alpha humor and fucking humor that only exists to be offensive, and even fucking safe edgy humor too, like the shit we see in fucking Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, right? At least it's better than all of them, right? And you know what? I bet you $1 million. Like all the people who are like into that humor will probably come in here and start fucking shit talking fucking the Marvel movie humor, right? And I'm just over here being all like, "You guys seriously think you're more funny? Because you're not." Don't get me wrong. There are brands of humor that are more funny. And I'm not even saying it's the funniest humor ever, but like, when it lands, it really fucking lands. You know. And this movie's a great example of that. This is like Marvel movie humor at its best, which tends to be the case with these Deadpool movies. The only other franchise I can think of that has like humor that's like on par with the Deadpool movies would probably be like the Guardians of the Galaxy films, but like even then with those, like I don't know, it's kind of a here or there type thing with that. Yeah, but anyways, so like as I was saying, right? with this movie, right? So like the thing with this movie is that like other than all that stuff I brought up, right? You know, like the thing here is that when it came to like, some of the jokes, like they were very good. And like I love the fucking jabs at Disney here too, where like they talk about how like Disney's kind of like constantly fucking up. Like, never expect to see a joke like this in a Disney movie, right? So, and I get it. People are gonna make the argument saying that, oh well, Chippendale Rescue Rangers did that, right? Except, no, no, that those are two completely different movies. Because like in Chippendale Rescue Rangers, they made fun of the stuff they were doing while they were doing it. Here in Deadpool and Wolverine, I mean, I guess you could kind of make that argument since they make jokes about like multiverse movies and stuff like that. Yet this movie is a multiverse movie. But at the same time, I could kind of excuse it mainly because like, this is actually like a good multiverse movie. Many people have said that the multiverse as a concept cannot work in any piece of media ever, right? And you know what? To that, I have to say, I personally think anything could work as a movie as long as it's done right. And hell, I could understand the logic for like the people who are trying to defend the fucking Skibbity Toilet movie, but like that movie is fucking dead on arrival. Not because it's a Skibbity Toilet movie, but because Michael Bay's making it, and the fucking original guy who made Skibbity Toilet is involved too. Usually, when the original creator's involved making something, that's usually, guaranteed being good. But in this case, no. Because Skibbity Toilet originally already was fucking shit to begin with. Honestly, if they had like an actual like talented director working on this, and like the person helping with the movie wasn't the original guy who made it, and you know what? Fine. Like, people are only excusing that fucking Michael Bay's working on this just because they think, oh, well, it's not a serious movie. You can't have someone like fucking Christopher Nolan make a movie like this. And you know what? Fine, I'll give credit where credit is due. But like at the very least, you could have, someone talented who's like actually experienced in comedy. Like fucking Todd Phillips. I mean, yeah, his most popular movie right now is the 2019 Joker movie. But at the same time, he also made the Hangover movies, and like for the most part, some of those movies were pretty good. So Like, dude knows comedy pretty well, so like he could make a good skibbity toilet movie, which, seeing as where the direction of the actual skibbity toilet movie is going, I don't think it's gonna be good at all, you know? And then you got people defending it, being all like, oh no, well, it has a plot and it has story and shit like that. But like, okay, but is the story any good? Let me answer that question for you. No, it's not. So like, I find it really funny when they use that as a defense when almost every fucking piece of media has a story. And like a good majority of them are like infinitely better than the one in Skibidi Toilet. So, hell, Skibidi Toilet's not even like a so bad it's good type thing either. Like, oh yeah, it started off as that, but then like over time, the fucking neo Nazis got a hold of it, and now it's just fucking awful. You know, like here's the thing. Like normally, like I'd see them do this, and I'd say how like they don't understand said piece of media, like how they did with Azumanga Diode, right? But like the difference here is that Azumanga Diode's actually good. Skibbity Toilet isn't, you know? So yeah. But I'm getting off track right now. Like I want to get back to Deadpool and Wolverine, right? So like they made jokes in this movie that I thought I'd never see Disney do. And like it's not even just like self-deprecating humor either. No, no, no. You see, like for Disney to make jokes that are like teetering on the line of being right wing, but at the same time, like still actually kind of work as jokes. So you can't really call it that because like right wing humor is just like inherently bad. So I guess you could just call it like actual funny jokes, Like the joke about fucking Wade Wilson being a fucking flat earther, right? Keep in mind, he's the protagonist of the movie. So like, you know, like Disney's really fucking risking having Deadpool become like an alpha sigma male type character with like jokes like that. But like, you know, let's be fucking real with ourselves right now. Let's be fucking honest. Like, there is no way in hell, no way in hell that there's gonna be a single Marvel character that's gonna end up being an Alpha Sigma character. It's like people like associate Marvel with like soy boy shit for whatever reason, despite the fact that they have plenty of characters that very easily could fit the bill of being like a Sigma, like fucking either Wolverine himself or maybe even Iron Man, you know? Or hell, even Captain America. He's so fucking patriotic that his entire superhero identity is based around the fucking country he's from, right? But no, I guess, all Alpha Sigma characters have to be from not all, but like if they're superheroes, they have to be from DC for whatever reason. Why? Is it because DC's more edgy? Yeah. But like DC also makes more shit movies. Like Suicide Squad. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm sorry. Suicide Squad is actually Alpha Sigma stuff because like it's apparently quote unquote real media. Fucking serious, dude. You're gonna say that Fooly Cooley isn't real media, but Suicide Squad is. Bro, Suicide Squad's fucking trash. The only thing I'm disappointed with in this Deadpool and Wolverine movie is that they didn't make fun of DC's overuse of Suicide Squad. But they did throw jabs at DC though too. Like Henry Cavill literally made a cameo in this movie as a Wolverine variant, and they fucking made fun of how fucking DC completely dropped the ball when it comes to fucking how they handled Henry Cavill as Superman. Like, are you fucking kidding me, DC? Bro looks exactly like Superman, and he fucking dropped the ball with it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The DCEU is over, and they're not gonna bring Henry Cavill back. They got a new dude doing it. So you know what? fine. But at the same time, what I am gonna say here is that I think Marvel's way more deserving of Henry Cavill than DC ever was. They probably treat him way better. Say what you want about fucking Disney and Marvel and all the stuff they own, but like, at least their CEO is not fucking David Zaslav, you know? Yeah, but anyway, so like as I was saying about the movie, right? Like, oh man, there's like other jokes in here too that are like really funny. Deadpool literally fucking name drops the fucking woke mob in this, right? And like honestly, that's pretty fucking brave of Disney to do. Mainly because like when you make fun of the woke mob, expect them to try and boycott your movie, right? Which, you know, they can't now that the movie's a fucking certified box office hit. And like here's the thing, even when I give this movie a positive review, even when I do that, right? Guess fucking what? Guess fucking what, Orea? You're not gonna fucking boycott shit because this movie already succeeded at the box office, and they're probably gonna make fucking Deadpool 4 after this. So yeah, um, yeah. But anyway, so like as I was saying, right? So when it comes, right, with all this shit going on here, right? I'm just super fucking hyped, dude. Like for the future. But regardless, as I was saying too, right? Oh, there's another joke that was really funny. Where like Deadpool made fun of like Gen Z trauma dumping too. Right now, say what you want about how earlier in the video I kind of did that, but like Funky does it too, right? But like I'm not saying that I'm okay for doing it just because Funky does it. Like fuck no. But like what I am saying is if Deadpool was in that conversation that me and Funky were in yesterday, bro would fucking make fun of both of us. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like that's absolutely fucking welcome too if he does. Bruh. I Because here's the thing. Well, yeah, if Deadpool did come to the real world, he would lose his superpowers, and yes, that is canon to Marvel too. Our real world is designated to Earth 1218, but like, whatever. I already started a fucking argument with that, and like people are gonna, throw the delusional card at me for that. When like, let me just say this here to you guys. How am I the delusional one if you guys think that the Nazis were the good guys in World War II? Sure. Fucking liberal destroyed again, right? Yeah, but anyway, so as I was saying, right? Okay. So when it comes down to it, right? With this movie, right? Like, oh boy. Oh boy! Man, there's one joke that I feel like is like the best joke in the entire movie. Mainly because of how fucking cathartic it felt to finally hear someone say it, right? Here's what it was. So Wesley Snipes' Blade came into the scene, right? And he fucking called Deadpool retarded. And then they made fun of how that word is considered a slur by Twitter. So you know what, guys? Listen, since Disney is the king of being woke, that only means you gotta listen to what they say. Retard is not a fucking slur. So shut the fuck up. Oh man, that's based. No, but like truly based, like the definition, not like how fucking rhinoids try to destroy it. You know what I'm trying to say, right? But yeah, um, I did bring up everything that I wanted to say about this movie for like the time that we're in, but like we still have like 2 minutes left, so I may as well just like spend these last few 2 minutes here talking about how I'm excited for the next Avengers movies and say how like fucking cool it is to see fucking Robert Downey Jr. come back as Doctor Doom, right? And like, I know there's gonna be people out there telling me that that's like a bad idea and they shouldn't do it, but like, bro, did you see fucking Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer? If dude wants to be serious, he could be serious, right? It'll only be a problem if they fucking turn Doctor Doom into fucking Ultron, okay? Having it be where he sounds exactly like fucking Tony Stark. So like, if we're gonna get Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, please make it be Oppenheimer Robert Downey Jr. Please. Like, I'm cautiously optimistic about this. Because like there is still that chance that they could fuck it up. But you know, we'll just see where they go from here. You know? All right. So, I guess we still have one more minute left. So I guess I may as well tell you guys why I'm excited for the new Captain America movie. Now, please, guys, promise that you won't force this movie into becoming a box office failure because of this. All right. So, all right, here we go. I'm hyped for the new Captain America movie because they're gonna have a Jewish character in it. Now here come all the anti-Semites coming in trying to boycott the movie. Bro, listen, anti-Semitic people were already trying to boycott this movie anyway with their whole fucking Palestine Zionist type fucking bullshit. So yeah, I'm still gonna see that movie, dude. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna contribute to its success. If it is a box office success, I mean, I don't know. I fucking saw Furiosa in theaters, and that movie didn't do good in the box office. So yeah, but yeah, that's the end of the review. So yeah, what are we gonna review next for the final review of Deadpool month? Today on the Matt Walsh Show, this. Oh, Deadpool!